You guys want to have edits like this? Hit crazy clips like this? Well, look no further. In today's video, I'll be showing you my tips and tricks that help me not just double my edit speed, but lower my delay and ping in just the past week. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we hop into specifics, we need to talk a little bit about confirm edit on release and whether or not you should be using it or not. There are countless amount of pros who are on and off the setting, but if your speed is your priority, then you should definitely turn it on. Having confirm edit on release enabled allows you to confirm your edit without having to click multiple times. Not having to click your confirm bind will make each of your edits quicker and help you avoid unnecessary misclicks. Yes, of course you may be able to get just as quick or if not quicker on edit on release off, but this video is purely made for improving your edit speed and consistency in a short amount of time. Now it's time to go over the differences between controller and keyboard and mouse. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you to switch your input for some faster editing, but it's important to recognize the strengths and weaknesses of each input. Now many of you probably believe that keyboard and mouse is always more optimal mechanically. While this may be partially true, you can actually edit just as fast or if not quicker with a controller than you can on keyboard and mouse if you have a solid edit bind. From what I've seen, a majority of fast controller editors all have one thing in common. They use a paddle as their edit bind. Using a paddle to edit is beneficial for a few reasons. For starters, you'll be using either your ring or middle finger. This means that your thumb will be able to rest on your joystick at all times, giving you significantly cleaner and more consistent movement. Now let's talk about keyboard and mouse. As I said before, using keyboard and mouse is just simply easier when it comes to editing. The control you have over your crosshair when using a mouse in comparison to a joystick is so much easier. I mean, you're literally using your hand, wrist, and arm to aim instead of your thumb. This will make micro adjustments and crosshair placement much easier to control. Although keyboard and mouse is genuinely easier, there's not really any cheeky binds you can use to edit quicker. I would recommend though that all keyboard and mouse players use the closest bind to WASD. For example, some of the most mechanical players and pros use Q, E, F, and V. So if you feel your edit bind is not optimal, try giving one of these a chance. As I mentioned at the start of the video, having inconsistent ping and bad delay is going to hold you back drastically. I used to average anywhere from 50 to 70 ping in creative and much higher ping in real game. After so many desperate attempts to find a solution to lower my delay and ping, I found this software called GearUp. GearUp is a software that helps optimize your PC's connection to the FORTNITE servers. Since having GearUp, I went from my inconsistent 50 ping to now averaging anywhere from 10 to 20 and having way less delay in game. There are so many pros I've talked about in past videos such as Miro and Peter who have been using this application for months now. Out of all the tips in this video about how to lower your delay, GearUp is by far the best and most promising way to get the results you want. The best feature is that GearUp is by far the most simple and easy to use software. By just clicking the game you want to optimize and clicking the boost, you automatically are going to see amazing results. And for the people who play on console, no worries because GearUp just released a gaming router that optimizes your network and connection to not just Fortnite but anything that you play. I have the link for the software and gaming router down in the description. So for those who are having connection issues or all around just bad ping and delay, I recommend you giving GearUp a try. Now let's get into things you can do in game to improve. You need to start focusing on two key elements: crosshair placement and timing. Crosshair placement guarantees that you can be in a place to hit all appropriate squares of an editing grid with as little movement as possible. Timing means being able to hit appropriate inputs quickly. There are many creative training maps that will help you practice not just your crosshair placement but your stick and mouse control. Editing also requires smooth but stable settings. If your crosshair movement is too sensitive, you'll lose control quickly, so try to find a suitable setting that you feel comfortable with. Maybe even try to find a pro that fits your playstyle and copy their settings. This is a great way to improve quickly over time. Next, here are some fundamental tips you can do to become a faster editor instantly without any practice. First off, there's a difference between accuracy and speed. Speed is not always something you want to strive for. If some of the quickest editors in the game were not able to consistently stay accurate, they would not be able to perform quickly. As I mentioned earlier in the video, being consistent and having good crosshair placement and timing is one of the most efficient things you can do to improve your accuracy. Now, one of the other fundamentals you need to know is stop doing things you are already comfortable with. If you continue to practice the same mechanics that you are already good at, instead of trying to improve certain mechanics that you find difficult, you will be single-handedly holding yourself back from reaching your full potential. Similar to fighting the same people over and over again, you end up locking yourself away from getting out of your comfort zone and improving. So with the limited time you spend on the game, make sure you're using it wisely. By that, I mean trying to improve certain skills that you lack in. All I'm trying to say is try to get out of your comfort zone and I promise you will see the results you want. Now for those who have a crappy PC and just simply can't run Fortnite at stable FPS, well, I got you. I've been using this tweaking software called Velocity. Velocity is a tweaking utility utility tool that helps your PC run applications at their maximum performance. I've always been skeptical about messing with my PC settings, but I can say positively that Velocity has done much more than just help my PC run Fortnite a bit better. The utility tool made it so easy to overclock my GPU, my RAM, and so much more. I remember playing scrims and tournaments averaging no more than 80 FPS in real game, but after tweaking my PC with Velocity, I can confidently say now that my game actually holds up and averages well above 240 FPS in scrims and tournaments. Don't take just my word, because Velocity has over 1,000 good reviews and they're letting people try some of their free tweaks right now. So if your PC is on live support, I recommend Velocity. I put the link to their Discord server down below in the description. Having gear up in Velocity is practically a cheat code. You'll have the best connection to Fortnite servers and now have your PC optimized to the max. Now for the part everyone wants, my in-game Fortnite settings. Let's start off with display settings. I play full screen simply because the other two just give worse delay. I play 1920 by 1080, which is native resolution, and it just looks better while playing. Now for my frame rate, I cap it at 240 FPS because that's what my monitor's refresh rate is. For my rendering mode, of course, I use performance mode since I am on PC. So for the graphics settings, it's pretty much just all preference, so you can use whatever you want. Now for the graphics quality, I recommend 3D resolution being 100% just simply so you can see people better. Now a very underrated setting is in your audio tab. If you scroll down, you're going to want to go to sound quality and turn it to low. I know it sounds weird, but this actually helps your delay out a ton. Now for your matchmaking region, you're going to want to find a server with the best MS, so the lower the number, the better. So for my building settings, I use reset building choice on, disable pre-edit option off. That actually helps your delay a ton. And for turbo building, of course, I have that on, and yes, I have edit on release on as well. Now these next two settings are super important if you want lower delay. For replays, make sure all of them are off. Having replays makes it so it records your gameplay the entire time, making your PC run very bad. For sleep mode and energy saving, make sure everything is off. Energy saving just ruins your PC's performance. And for those who want my sensitivity, I use 9.5 X and Y and 36.5 for my targeting and scope on 800 DPI. Now for those who are on keyboard and mouse, make sure you go to these two settings right underneath the sensitivity tab and turn them both on. If this video helped you out, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, it would mean the world to me. I also just got my own Fortnite supporter creator code, so if you would like to support me, my code is Nero1. But as always, I hope you all have a good rest of your day.